Hi, I'm Andrew with Baker's Gas, and we're here today with the Multimatic 215 Pro. So we're going to switch to TIG welding now. So this unit downloaded the Pulse programming to it. We were Pulse MIG welding earlier, and I want to switch over and try the Pulse TIG function on this 215 Pro. But real quick, I was going to run you through the setup on how to change it over, change the gas cylinder, and pull the MIG gun off, or leave it on. Then we're just going to flip-flop leads, and then we're going to switch it over to TIG. And I got my wireless foot pedal, my wireless remote feeder for the foot pedal there, and then we got our TIG torch. So let's just jump right in here and we'll try and change it out. So I got my gas bottle. So we got pure argon. That's what we need to TIG weld. I was running 90-10 for the Pulse, and let me shut that bottle off here. But we were running 90-10 for the Pulse, and that's what you need to Pulse MIG weld with. It works really, really well, and I'll link the video down below on that Pulse MIG welding. But we also did an update on a 211 Pro and added the Pulse functionality to the Miller Multimatic 211 Pro, which was sweet. It took about 5 minutes, not very long at all, and we put a pulse up right on it. Let's just flip this out here. I got my cylinder cap over there, got my pure argon over here. So on this Pulse feature, we're going to check it out. First time I've ever tried it on the 215, but what it is, we're going to see how many pulses per second it'll go to and how low we can go as well. We're going to try it all out. I got some thin gauge material that we're going to work on using. I got some thick stuff too. We'll probably just run some thin gauge stuff though. We'll put that on there. But very, very simple. So I just unplugged my regulator. Now in a perfect world, I'd have two regulators, right? Because this thing has two gas solenoids on the back, and I'd have two gas hoses. I'd have my TIG and my MIG hooked up, two tanks, just so I'm running both gases. And then when I flip-flop, right, it automatically changes solenoid. So when I go from MIG to TIG, it changes the solenoid over. Works out really, really well. Put that cap back on here. Roll that cylinder out. Then we'll come around. I'll show you guys here on this TIG. So basically what we're going to do, we're on MIG, right? We're going to go menu, we're going to process here. Pulse MIG TIG. We're going to go TIG. It's going to tell us we're going to unplug the positive. We're going to put the ground in the positive, and then we're going to leave that out, and then the TIG torch has a through the gas DINS connection. So we're going to plug that in to the negative, and pretty much that's it right there. So we got our TIG torch hooked up. I mean, that's everything. So the gas is going to flow through the DINS to the TIG torch. We got to sharpen our tungsten here in a second. We'll do that, and then we'll put my remote in here. Only goes in one way, and it has a lot of threads, which is interesting, but it'll work here. So it's telling me right now, TIG remote detected. Select enable remote to use TIG remote. Okay, enable remote. We're good to go. All right, so we got that hooked up. So we got 50 amps, and that's the auto set. We're going to change the material. I'm going to grab some more material. We're going to change it out, and I'll show you guys how to set up the auto set. But like I said, I left the MIG gun hooked up. I just took the power lead off for the MIG, flip-flop my ground, put my TIG torch in, got my foot pedal, so we're good to go. Let me sharpen the tungsten here, and then we'll get set up to weld. All right, so we got the tungsten sharpened here. We're going to go from Pulse MIG, which we are in. We're going to go to the TIG here. Hit select. We obviously flip-flopped our leads. We're good to go. So we're at 50 amps. There's a pulsar. You can see it says disabled. Boom. Enabled. We got the pulsar on. So now we got 200 pulses per second all the way down to 0.1 pulses per second. So very cool. Just huge range of time, and it's going to show us with that bead vision over here what it's doing with the pulse. and what the bead is doing, or how it's changing, right? Penetration profile, bead width, that sort of thing. Then we're gonna go back down just to see what it's actually doing to the bead there. That very, very cool. So, and then our amperage, when we change that, it's gonna show us too what it's actually doing to our bead, our penetration, and everything along those lines. It's very, very neat. So, awesome little thing, bead vision, very, very cool. We're gonna go, I don't know, we're gonna go 10 pulses per second just to show it off here a little bit. We're gonna go 60 amps, 65 amps. So no, there is an auto set feature for this, but there's no pulse in auto set. So we're just gonna run it straight. We're just gonna try it out. I'll show you guys how this works in the pulse setting. 10 pulses per second, you should be able to notice it. We might go back down to like 2 pulses a second just to see what the difference is. I got my gas turned on. Let's see here, we're gonna lift this up over the shoulder. Got my tungsten sharpened. We're gonna give it a shot here and see how it pulses. Yeah, very, very cool. Very, very cool. It welds really, really well. So that's 10 pulses per second. Remember though, this is a lift arc start on the weld. I didn't add any filler material. I was just running autogenous there. We needed a little bit more amperage on that thicker material. So what you do is you start, we're just gonna crank it here. We're gonna go 120 just to see what it does. We're gonna drop our pulses per second here, because 10 was very, very, I mean, it wasn't bad. It was just different. I'm gonna try that, 2 pulses per second, and we're gonna give it a shot. So what you do is you start with the tungsten on the plate, and then push the foot pedal and lift up, and then your arc will start. So if you don't do that, if you go to do a scratch start, it won't work. So let's just try. So very, very cool. That was 2 pulses a second. So I was dabbing just between pulses just to give it a, but that's just on steel, right? If we had some stainless steel, get some really good color, but very, very cool, very, very nice. Like I said, this is now, if you have a 215 Pro and it has a USB port and you don't have Pulse, you can now download it for free. You just gotta upload it on a USB and plug it in and then follow the instructions. But if you get the new Multimatic 215 Pro today, it's gonna have the Pulse settings on it. So Pulse MIG, Pulse TIG. Awesome little machine. I know a lot of people ask about Pulse, a lot of people ask about Pulse MIG. But like I said, this thing, no AC output, so no aluminum TIG, all DC, so stainless and steel TIG welding. But you can see it performed really, really well. I had the wireless foot pedal, which I would recommend over the corded foot pedal every day of the week. For the price difference, it's really not that big a deal. That thing is amazing. 25 feet away from the machine. You can't get 25 feet because your lead isn't that far, but I'm just saying maximum reach 25 feet. Works great. The corded ones, they're okay, but if you cut the cord, very expensive to replace. These only have batteries. Change the battery, and then you're good to go, so they'll die. But yeah, if you guys got any questions, comments, leave them down below. We'll do our best to answer them. Thanks again for watching, and stay tuned for some more.